so look at it. I've got that tune in my head now, that riff.
Shall we play the tune that you're referring to at some point in the video?
Yeah, I think they're fine, I think.
Oh yes. And then let's have a look at that little one over here. So many of them around, it's unbelievable. Look at this little sweetheart. Amanita muscaria, flight agaric. Poisonous and hallucinogenic apparently. Wood's full of them. Probably see some more on the way.
Different viewpoints. Like.
Yeah. You found it? Look at that big slab. Well impressive. Can't even get it in shot. Oop. Almost.
That's the goal anyway, I know that.
This looks like it could be a millstone.
Yeah.
So we're in the vicinity, is it just looking for a pitch now really?
I don't know, a bit annoyed.
We've got time to have a wander around to find somewhere. Is this about the elevation though? Do we want to be any higher than this or not?
This is the area.
Right. Okay, let's have a walk about.
Yeah.
That's definitely a millstone. Trying to find a flat spot around here. I think we found one. Oh, there's a good millstone. There's one that's got a hole in it as well. Hi everyone, welcome back to Glossop Wild Camping. And we are wild camping today. It's fairly wild. The weather is quite windy. It's fairly cool. And there's rain on and off all the time, but it's the time of year, so you expect it. We're on the edge of the Kinder Plateau here. We're to the right of the downfall, quite a way away from the downfall actually, where we are here. I will show a map of where we are, because I don't actually know if this area where we are even has a name, but I do know that Tim found it when he was doing a walk around the edge of Kinder there. I think he did along the southern edge all the way around, followed it round, and eventually, as you'll see to my left here, this eventually sort of drops back down and you end up on a path that goes via the trees over there, which are to the left of the reservoir as you're looking at it. That's the Kinder Reservoir, and then you can get back to Hayfield along that way. I'm just nestling in this little alcove here out of the wind. So I'll show you where we've pitched. We've had, unfortunately, well, Tim has had a disaster, which I'll tell you about in a minute. Okay, so I'm just going to walk you through the route that we took. The hand there, you'll see on the screen. This is approximately the area where we started from. This is where the mystery machine was parked up. So what we then did was just walk along this lane here. Basically the lane that leads to the Kinder Reservoir eventually. And before we got to the reservoir, it wasn't that turning, that's the one further back, I think it was. Here we go. Yeah, we turned off the path here. There's a sheep dip at the side of the river there. And we basically, over the bridge, round the corner, up the hill here, past these pine woods. Just turn down a little bit here. And this area here, this is a stream coming down from the top of the hills. Now we actually took a wrong turning initially. We should have taken a path which went straight up there, but we didn't. We ended up going to the right here, and we ended up on the wrong side of the moor. There's like a sort of valley between, as you can see, that the stream comes down. So we basically had to cross back over to the correct area. When eventually we did that, this is the path we should have taken here. Now we actually did come back down that way. Tim found out that the hard way, but I'll explain that in a minute. So we came up to this area here. This is where we found all these millstones. This is the area that we wanted to pitch initially. Tim had found this area and was quite impressed by it, but when we got there, the ground was very, very lumpy and bumpy, and there was heather and big clumps of grass. So I said, why don't we try a bit further up? So we climbed further up, and you'll see this clump of rocks and the marker there, which is pretty much where my tent was. And you can even see, if you zoom in, you can actually see the millstone that's right next to my tent. And Tim was pitched around this area here. Anyway, let's return back to the video. Right, so I've pitched here. I'm staying down out the wind. To the right here, you can see the clag coming in over there. That's actually Ashop Head we can see. Approximately the centre of the picture. We follow that down, that's William Clough. And you get down to the Kinder Reservoir over there. We've come from Hayfield, we've just parked near the Sportsman pub. And we've walked up the lane there. And then we've taken a path which is branched off to the right, taken us round the woodlands there, the pine trees, and we've taken a path which is approximately followed a little stream that winds its way up. We went to the wrong side of the stream initially because we've literally just using the app to find this spot. This spot was seen by Tim on his last walk that he did around the perimeter here of the Kinder Plateau. You can see behind me. He was up there, spied this place, liked the look of the rocks, came down and had a look, and he was quite impressed by all the millstones, and you'll have seen a couple of those already on the video. So now on to the disaster. Tim decided he wanted a bit of luxury tonight, so he was going to bring his 3-man Jack Wolfskin tent. Here's one of those millstones right next to where I'm camping. Yeah, so 3-man Jack Wolfskin tent, and he was pitched, or attempting to pitch, over here. So literally no more than about 15-20 metres away from me. This is the spot where he'll be going later, hopefully. But the tent he's got is quite an old one, and although he's spent some money on it recently, getting it water tightened and just general maintenance, unfortunately one of the poles snapped, and it snapped in 2 places. There's like a hub that holds the poles, and it actually snapped out of the hub, so there's no way that even with using an aluminium sleeve tube to repair to bridge the gap in the pole. Because it broke at the hub, there's nothing he could do. So thankfully we're not too far away from where we've parked. So what Tim's had to do, bless him, is he's walked all the way back down there, all the way back down to his van, and he's going to nip home to his town of New Mills where he lives, which isn't far from here at all. It's probably no more than 15-20 minutes drive tops. And then he's going to come back later on with his trusty, I think it's a Helm 1 tent. So, nightmare for him. But he says he doesn't mind, he enjoys the walk. But I'm just thinking he's going to probably be in darkness when he comes up later on. So I'm on my own for a while. Now the ground area is quite uneven. This is by far not the best pitch. The bulge you can see there is Tim's bag that I've managed to cram into my porch. But yeah, with the ground being so rocky here, most of these pegs have struggled to go in. I've had to double peg the guy lines that are going into the wind. So that one and this one here as well is also double pegged because the wind is going that way. So yeah, it's a bit all over the place, but it'll do for me. It's a decent spot anyway in terms of the surroundings. It's quite atmospheric. It's semi-shaded. As I'll turn around here, you'll see just behind the tent. So, although we do have wind coming from this direction, it's fairly sheltered. I think we'll be okay. Anyway, I'm going to go back into the tent, get warm, get dry, and get a brew on. So a quick look at what I've got for tea. This, believe it or not, doesn't look much, but this is actually very delicious. This is a homemade keema curry. Keema as in it's made with minced beef, and yeah, just made it from scratch. So for snacks we've got good old Bombay Bad Boy, some Walker's Baked, sea salt, not my best flavour but still not too bad. What else? We've got a Heinz tomato soup. We've got slightly squashed pitch brioche. We've got beautiful mint chocolate creams poppets. And for coffee, I've got a few of these, quite cheap but very cheerful, Mocha Gold, which are, I think these are caramel latte. Yeah, caramel latte. And to clean teeth, peppermint gum. Anyway, I'm starving, so I'm going to get the old stove on and get eating. The time, by the way, is 5 o'clock, so the light's gone now. I'll have a quick look outside here. Yep, the lights should be pretty much gone. I've got some lights in the distance, you might just be able to see there. But we're all clagged out, really. There's a lot of fine rain around. Tim's not back yet. He sent me a link on an app so I can watch his progress as he drove back to New Mills and back again. So I know he's walking now. He should be back, I reckon, within about half an hour. And then once he's back and he's pitched up, he'll probably get something to eat. And then, let me just turn this around, hang on. Yeah, Tim's not back yet, so I'm going to have my tea early, and then when he gets back and he's pitched up, I'm sure he'll have his. He's brought a few little whiskies for us to try, so I'm looking forward to that. I think he's probably brought about 5. So what I think I'm going to do is I'll record all of the whiskey tasting sessions for each of them, but I'll probably just include 2 in this video, because otherwise it'll get stupidly long. And at least that way, if there's a long time between now and my next camp, I've got some content to put up for those who are interested in whiskies. But yeah, it's nice to be here. It's cosy to be in the tent with the rain. Unfortunately, it's been quite wet on the way up, and somehow, although my boots are supposed to be waterproof, my feet are very wet, so I've had to change to these wet socks for some dry ones, but it means the boots are still going to be wet inside now for the duration, so it's not the best. So anyway, everything else is dry. That's the main thing. I've got a couple of spare bits of clothing if I get cold in the night, and the temperature here at the moment in this tent is, I think it's 6 degrees, so it's single digits, and with that wind outside, yeah, pretty cold. Anyway, time for some lovely curry. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I've got to say, this is superb. I just love making curries. I know what I want in a curry. I like it to be spicy. I like it to be zingy, so I usually put things like lemon juice in it. I like it to be buttery, so there's often a nice big knob of butter that goes in there. It's got all the spices you'd want. It's got, oh, what else? Oh yeah, lots of garlic as well. I put a lot of garlic in that, and a lot of onion. And what I like to do is I like to sort of caramelize the onion on a fairly low heat. So I'll chop it up really finely, put some salt on it, which brings the water out of the onion, some brown demerara sugar, just maybe a teaspoonful, and then just let it simmer. That will take about 15 minutes or so to do it, 50, maybe even slightly more, to get it proper caramelized. And you want the onions to be sort of really reduced down and brown, and all that sweetness comes out. And then chuck some garlic in near the end, because the garlic burns a lot easier than an onion. Anyway, that's what I love to do. I also like to put things like peppers in there. I usually have chicken curry, but this time I made a beef curry, which is called a keema. And for camping, it's just bang on. So yes, here endeth the cookery lesson. It is very nice though. Well, I'm relieved to say that Tim has got back. It's just gone 6 o'clock, and he got back about 10 minutes ago. So he's just getting his tent sorted out over there. I think he's brought the helm one. There should be no worries in this slight wind. We're actually quite sheltered here, as I said earlier. It's really not that bad. Anyway, I'm just so glad he's got back safe. His determination is unbreakable. When he wants to go for a wild camp, he will not be stopped. I'll let him explain more about his precarious situation later anyway. Tim, back from the dead. Tell us about your adventure. What happened and why did it happen, and etc, etc.
I've got an old tent, Jack Wolfskin tent. I've had it, oh God, how long have I had it for? About over 20 years. And it's been a very, very good tent through the years. But this is a learning curve with all tents. They've got a life. The material breaks down, the aluminium breaks down, everything just breaks down, everything just sort of wears out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know how many. I don't know. I did stay I did probably stay in that tent for about 3 months continuously in Australia. So
How old is this tent?
over 20 years old.
Ah,
It's pain. Yeah, it's a learning curve. But this is the problem with me. Nostalgia pain. I like to keep it. I like to keep it going. A lot of memories with that tent. So it's quite a rare tent. You can't get them. So anyway, putting the tent up, obviously with yourself, and bang, you heard it, didn't you? The pole going, snap.
Well, I heard your exclamation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was snap. So you said, have you got one of those collar things, isn't it? Those little collars. There's things that go over it. Yeah, I got.
They give you bits of tube, don't they, with it usually?
So yeah, I did that, and I was thinking, is well, I can work this one out. No. So I put it into this special. It's like a grommet or hole that goes in.
Yeah.
That snapped at the end, inside it as well.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's like a round piece of metal with holes in it, isn't it? That all the rods fasten into.
Yeah. So it's like a small diameter to the other. So I just thought, there's no way around this one. I got no cable ties. I thought botching this it's just going to be pure pain. It would never work. It will never ever work.
No.
I just thought, no, I'm not doing it. No, not. I'd rather just do the pain and go down and get number 10.
But the main thing is though, is that you've said I will not be beaten.
No, I'm not going to be beaten by this.
So go on. So what happened?
No, I just got all my stuff. So I got all my waterproof jacket on, trousers, headlights. I knew it was going to be dark when I get back. Drove home, got my helm tent.
Yeah.
Said hello to my daughter, hello to my wife. Just got pigged out at food at home. So I've been to the co-op. I got your water.
Yep.
So I couldn't be asked getting water now. No, after that.
Well, no.
So I carried water, and I've got some beer. Take the pain away. And
here's the beer, by the way. Just try and get this in the shop.
Yeah, I have to get some beer.
Brewgudder, Northern Monk, hazy pale ale. Very nice, actually, isn't it? And it's good temperature in here. It's not really chilled it for us. So yeah, but you had to walk. What was it? About an hour to get back, or something like that? Is it? To the van, I mean.
Yeah, 40 minutes. I had a pretty steel determination.
Yes.
I think it was pure anger. And I think anger's very, very strong motivator.
So what was your face like? Go on, show us the expression on your face as you were going.
So yeah, I felt like ripping the tent apart. The anger was so high. Yeah. But I had to use it I had to walk home. Not walk home, you know what I mean? Walk to the van.
Yep.
So I walked to the van, got in the van. Yeah, it was alright.
Thankfully, you're only about a 15 minutes drive away from where we parked.
I'm not far from Hayfield. So no.
Yeah, New Mills. So, but then there's the pain of walking back. Though that is the pain, isn't it?
Oh no, it's horrendous. So I think it would have been about 30% easier if it was like daylight. But it's horrendously so samey. Everything's samey. So what's happening with your head torch? The rain was really, really fine. So when you pointed it, you couldn't really see it.
Oh yeah, it's like when you've got really bad fog and you're in the car and you put it on high beam. It's worse, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't see it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going off memory. So I really remembered everything when I went down. I tried to remember as many things as possible.
Did you take that path that we saw? Because we went the wrong way on the way here, didn't we?
Yeah, went exactly the same path. So I went, the path, because I went down it, so I went back up it, and it was a straight path going up and down.
Right. So it's simple.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We kind of went a bit off piste, didn't we, earlier on?
Yeah, I think that's a learning process I need. I don't know, I need it. I got it wrong twice with Roger. I got it wrong with somebody else. And it's fixed in the end now. That's what I mean. So maybe it's like a thing for me. I've learned the route very well.
I bet you have, yeah. Anyway, so the main thing is you got back safe, and we're here camping. We're having a beer, and soon we're going to have some whiskey tasting as well. So pleasure is here now, isn't it, Tim?
Yes.
It's all right, Tim. It's okay now, all right? It's all right.
It's all right. I'll put my hood on. It's all right. It's all right.
Here is the time for pleasure. Tim, what have you brought? So we're going to go from left to right with these whiskies tonight.
Yeah.
So this one here, tell us about this first one.
Wireworks, which is called Caduro. I think so. Caduro.
Wireworks Caduro.
So I bought this in Castleton. There's an off-licence in Castleton. It's really, really good. So it's got all the English whiskies in there, which if you're into that. So it's from Derbyshire. Derbyshire's own. We're in Derbyshire, camping. Derbyshire whiskey.
How appropriate.
Yeah, yeah. It's quite a young whiskey, no age statement. Very nice. What we want, what I've tasted. So very nice. Nothing peated at all about this. So that's that one.
Okay.
Campbelltown Lock. Campbelltown is an area of Scotland. You've got quite a few distilleries like Springbank. What's the other one? I'm trying to think of another one. I can't think of another one. There's a few. My brain's not working, but there's a few. Yeah, but they've done a blend of the malts of Campbelltown, and this is probably one of my favourites.
Okay, so that's the one only blended on the agenda tonight, is it?
That's only it's blended malt whiskey though.
Yeah.
So that's slightly peated.
All right, so we're going to start with the Wireworks Kajuro. So let's get it on into the glass then, please.
You got any water?
I do have some water here. Yes. Just let me bring it out.
I'm going to smell it first.
Oh, go on then. Let's give it a sniff. Yeah. Let's just turn this around. Smells very mild, this. There's a slight note of raisins, but there's a more of a, what's the word? It's almost got like a fruity fruit juice almost. Raisins followed by fruit juice. And it's very fresh smelling.
Yeah, it's very young whiskey. So not very old distillery at all. Wireworks. I'm on their Facebook and they give me updates of the stuff they're making, and they won like I say, they won many awards for the stuff because I think it's very high quality. They just haven't got the age, but so let's have a give it a go.
Yeah.
So yeah, very young.
Like you.
They're very young. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Did you put any water in? Didn't? Oh, I quite like that without.
Yeah, what's the percentage of this one then?
46.
46?
Yeah.
So it could take water then, maybe?
Yeah. Let's try it. We'll try it without.
Okay,
That's a good whiskey, that. There's no burn at all.
Yeah, well, it smelt mild. Just turn the light around a little bit. It's always difficult to get the lighting right in these situations, but. That's like that dessert whiskey kind of. Oh, actually, hey, I got a little tiny hint of peat there.
Oh, did you?
Tiny hint of peat.
Weird.
Unbelievable. I was not expecting that.
Weird.
So it's got slight peatiness, but it's got this gentle, mellow profile to it. There's not really any. I don't know if this word astringency is that even a word, but the idea of it burning. It doesn't burn. I'll just have one more little sip and then hand it to you. But yeah, initially very sweet, very delicate, but there is for me a peaty hit straight away. I was not expecting that. Bit of grass, bit of yellow grass, and I'd say there's a slightly zesty note. I was saying it smelled like that fruity note in the nose.
Fruit's very prominent now with a bit of water.
Yeah, but there's definitely sort of like a zest to it.
Bit Bushmills like. With apricot smell, peach smell.
Yeah, you're getting the fruit, aren't you? Yeah.
Very nice, full-bodied. It's got a nice fullness to it, and very long-lasting as well. The flavour. Yeah,
it has. It's got quite a good mouthfeel, hasn't it?
Lovely. Oh yeah. Well, it's really nice. It's got a nice sour notes to that.
I mean,
it's a good quality whiskey.
It is. It's not a load of rubbish, that at all. So it's nice to know that this is distilled in Derbyshire, though. What a nice thing that is.
Nothing rubbish about it at all. Really nice quality whiskey, that.
Oh, I've now tasted that again. I've got a woody note coming through.
That's the barrel.
And how old is this one?
No age statement.
No age statement.
It's probably a couple. Minimum's 3 insect with whiskey.
Right. Oh well, it's time for some marks, isn't it, for this one? I think I'm going to give that a really solid 8 out of 10. Actually, I would be happy to have a bottle of that. What would you say?
I think 8's a fine. Yeah, I enjoy this. I really like it. Yeah. About 7.8. 7.8.
7.8. Okay, yeah, just under 8. Okay. Right then.
No, I'll give it 8. No, it's nice.
You're going to give it 8.
That's good. It's a good balance. It's a good balance.
That last little taste there is convinced you, right?
It's this little bit sourness. You have really good whiskies. You have that lovely sourness to it. That lovely. But you can taste. It's got that quality. You can taste.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't taste as sweet as it smells, but it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. I like the flavour profile. Anyway, we'll move on to the next one. So we're now moving on to Campbelltown Lock. Tim, do you want to go ahead and smell this one?
It's like a nice hint of peat and sweet sort of smell. What's the word? I wouldn't say it's fruity at all.
No, not fruity. Okay. I'll do the turnaround thing. Do you know what? You film it, Tim. Why not?
Yeah.
Why? Oh, it smells sweet again, like the last one, but there's a totally different flavour profile to it. Smell profile. It's like it's almost got like it's sort of fruity, but it's as if it's like passion fruit has got like almost like a flowery kind of. It's got an exotic sort of taste and yeah, it's like reminds me of passion fruit,
right?
And it's a fruity smell, but it's like floral, if that makes any sense.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
That's what I'm getting anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, taste it, Tim. What do you taste?
Like I say, for some reason I can't get the peat. It's really weird. But it might come to me in a minute. I think because I've had illness again. God.
Blame the illness.
It's got a real subtle sort of peat thing at the end that I don't even pick up on.
All right, so
it's sweet.
It does come through.
It is sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do we know what the?
Oh, now it's coming now.
Do we know what the age of this one is?
No, it's no
age again. Okay.
It's a blender. Oh, yeah, it's a blender.
It's a blend, yeah. Again, no burn at all. I'd say it's pretty delicate. Hard to pinpoint any one flavour in it, but it's generally sweet. I'd say sort of fruity notes, slight. What's that? What is that? Let me just have another. No, I'm not getting smoke from it. Believe it or not.
Interesting.
There's a slightest bit of vanilla. Very, very mild. But it is just about there. See if you can pick up anything additional. I'm not getting anything particularly striking from it, if I'm honest.
No, is it? I don't know what's happened to it. It was good last time. I don't know. It's lost something. I don't know.
Well,
the bottle's half full.
I'd probably be able to guess that that's a blended.
Yeah.
You know, if you didn't tell me, because it's with a blended, you're not going to get any one particularly strong flavour profile, are you?
Delicate, isn't it?
It's very delicate. It's very easy to drink. Look at it. It's all right. So I don't know. I actually think I preferred the first one to this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, wow, works. Yeah.
Sorry for the weird angle of me drinking, but I'm in a tent here with no headroom at all, so I'm having to sort of like strain my face like that to try and drink it. Still pretty nice, but not exceptional.
Right, okay.
So,
no, me and Roger, me and mate think that.
I'm gonna say for that one, I'm actually gonna give that about 6.5.
Oh, right, okay.
Not that I don't like it, it's just it's not as much of a winner as the other ones we've tried. What would you give it?
Historically, I don't know. It's not playing on par tonight, so I don't know why. Because maybe it's been in that little bottle. I don't know. Something's happened to it.
Really?
Yeah. It's weird.
Okay.
I used to give it about an 8, easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, because the bottle's half full. Don't know. It's been open for about 2 years. I don't know. It can happen.
Oh well. Anyway, so those are the 2 reviews we're going to do.
See, I've got it then.
On this movie.
I got that peat.
Oh, okay. You did get some peat. We're going to carry on and do 2 others, but I'm going to probably put these in a separate video, just in case I run out of any content between now and our next camp. All right. So that's what we're going to do. Tim, the anger has motivated you to make a decision that perhaps you otherwise wouldn't have made tonight. Am I right?
Yes. I'm frustrated. Obviously, my old 25-year-old tent has completely effed out.
Yeah.
And it died tonight.
It died big time.
So my anger's there. Anger's a motivator. And as Johnny Rotten would say, anger's an energy.
Yeah. Anger is an energy! So what were you doing then?
Helm free, compact, yeah. Helm free equals headroom and whiskey. Okay,
so this is a Wild Country Helm Compact 3-man lightweight tent.
Yeah, and if you look there, 2.9, 3 kilograms for a 3-man tent.
Okay, it's 3 kilos, but that's not too bad, I suppose, for 3 people.
No, it's not. And I've looked at reviews, very high, and I've been looking at this for months and months and months, and I thought, I've got a Helm 1, I don't need it, but no. So in winter, I do need it.
The Helm 1 is going to be sold then, is it?
No, the Helm 1 could be used for summer.
All right, so you're going to keep a hold of it.
Because you're outside a lot, aren't you, in summer?
Yeah. Okay.
So, you got to buy it now.
Buy it now? He's just done it. He's just pressed buy it now. Oh. Well, there you go then. There you go. A decision has been made. Are you pleased with your decision?
I'm very pleased, actually. I'm sick of having pain.
Does this tent have headroom?
Yes, it does.
So, whiskey reviews will be in a more comfortable environment from now on.
It's a wise investment.
Good, because this tent is wonderful if you're just like, don't mind. If you're about 4 foot tall, this tent is great, isn't it?
Yeah. I've had enough. I've had enough of the pain. Had enough.
He's had enough, ladies and gentlemen, he's had enough. Don't turn around. I won't have to look at you and what's not found is all that I see in you. My manners are failing me. I've been really ugly.
And you say it's wonderful to live with I never will. So what if this party feels too? The alcohol loves you while turning you blue. You went from here, from closer to near. Awake me. I'm standing still, and you say I dress too well. Still standing still, I might, but it's hard to tell. Even outside.
that was a really cool night. We had great fun. We enjoyed tasting the whiskies. We just had a really good laugh at a song, which I will be playing in this video. Hopefully it won't get any copyright strikes, but this song is absolute genius. It's an 80s song, quite an obscure one, not one that is a big hit, I don't think, but we've just been having an absolute laugh at it. It's not actually a bad song, it's how would I describe it? It's so bad that it's really good. I'll play it in a video and you'll see what I mean, but we've just been having an absolute scream at it. It's just genius, a genius song. Anyway, I'll bid you good night here, and we'll come back to you in the morning as we make our way back to the mystery machine in Hayfield. Good night everyone. Don't have nightmares. Morning everybody. So I've actually been up probably about half an hour. I've been doing a little bit of packing before I was getting ready to enjoy a brew, which I've now done. As expected, it's totally clagged out. I had earplugs in last night because there was quite a bit of wind and rain, but slept quite well actually. Certainly for the first 3 or 4 hours I slept very well. Straight through then, and then it was just that patchy sleep where it's hard to sort of get comfortable really. Anyway, Tim's just literally opened his eyes about a few minutes ago as well, so he's over there. Can we zoom into him? Yeah, there he is. But yes, fun and frolics was had last night. Excellent night. Really, really funny. I'll report back a bit later. I think probably what I'll do is check in with Tim in a bit, and then we'll pack up, and I'll see you at various points on the way down. Oh look, through the cloud I can see some blue sky. Wow. Who knows? Very, very atmospheric though, I must admit. It's always like this up here. It's great. Well, that's where I was. As always, leave no trace. Bit lumpy as you can see. Wasn't the best pitch, but amazingly, just where I managed to put my sleeping mat was pretty flat. I was kind of this direction here, and next to it was a really lumpy bit, so I actually did quite well with this pitch really. Let's go and see how Tim's doing. Looks like he's packed up, he's just doing the last couple of things. Have you left no trace, Tim? So this is pretty lumpy, mate. Is this where you were?
It's the worst picture ever.
Oh right.
I think it was part of the pain of walking back and stuff that made me do this.
What you mean? You just thought, well, it's dark anyway. How can you really see where you're pitching?
No, yeah.
So yes, you did the best you could.
It's sort of flat-ish.
Anyway, hopefully the descent will be nice and quick this morning.
Yeah. You like my no trace bag?
What? What do you mean?
Bag of rubbish.
Oh, the bag of crap. Yeah. Yep, and it's certainly got the atmosphere of that we've come to expect from Kinder, as you can see, totally clagged out. Right, anyway, so that's it. Amazing time. Tim, you had a really amazing time, didn't you, mate?
Oh yeah, it's great. Very good. Some people probably hate it, but you know, I can't believe the tent. The actual poles are snapped, and then that's the end there, and I have to go home now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I love you've got the warrior spirit, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right, let's trudge back. By the way, the time now is just gone 8:30, so we're hoping we'll be back at the mystery machine by what, 9:10?
Hopefully. Yeah. We should be fine. It's down now.
Okay.
I did a little bit. I got the peg on one last time.
Yeah. Right, let's make a move.
Yeah.
So we just come down from up there. We're at the just below the base of the cloud layer here, and I think you tell me that that's pretty much the most difficult underfoot bit. This bit's all right then, is it?
That red grass area, that reddish colour, it's like a brown.
Yeah.
You get a real speed up down there.
Yeah, well, great stuff. Well, we're going to be back in plenty of time. Again, I've not made sure you're in shot. Right, now you're in shot. Say hello, I'm in shot.
I'm in shot.
Yeah.
I'm in shot!
Right, let's go.
Right, go, right.
Your bag is absolutely huge, isn't it? Especially with that cover on. You look like you've got like, what is it? You know those paragliders where they've got like the big fans on the back. Ooh, slippy wet wood on stiles. Careful now.
I couldn't be bothered with the wet cover in the tent. No.
Yeah, you left that cover out all night, didn't you?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, do not have anything wet inside your tent. You'll suffer.
The mystery machine. It's a great sound, isn't it? Toyota diesel. Is it 2.8 litre this? 3 litre? 3 litre power. Well, we're on our way back to Glossop now in the mystery machine, having had another fantastic camp. And the weather has been pretty horrendous, but it doesn't really matter, does it? It's been great. So I'll just let Tim have some closing words in a minute, but from me I'm just going to say thanks again for watching. Please do like, subscribe, and please do comment, and I look forward to the next one, which should be in about 2 weeks time, isn't it, for our next one?
Yeah, it's not long, is that long?
Yeah, not long at all, so very good. Any closing comments from you then, mate?
Way forward.
Way forward.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
So there you go. A man of few words, yet very profound words.